Hello, everybody. Today we are doing lesson 5.1, polygons on a coordinate grid. After this lesson, you will be able to plot points on a coordinate grid in order to create polygons. Your materials that you will need today from your cubby are your math notebook, pencil, scissors, and a glue stick, plus the paper that you got from your teacher with all the coordinate grids on it. You can pause the video and press play when you are ready to begin. All right, so let's get out that notebook and we're going to write down some vocabulary terms. Go ahead and find the same page that you wrote on yesterday about area and perimeter. And we're just going to add to it. Hopefully you didn't take up an entire page so that you'll have room for a few vocab terms today on that same page. So first up, we've got a polygon. Now, what is a polygon? You might be asking yourself. Well, a polygon is a two-dimensional shape. That means it's flat. It's not 3D. So it's two-dimensional. It has 3 or more line segments that join to make a closed path. So there's no open spots. The shape is closed all the way. And it has at least 3 lines. And the last part of a polygon is that the line segments do not cross. So if I were to draw a shape, we know that a 3-sided figure is a triangle. I'm going to draw a quadrilateral. And I'm going to use a pen. So here we have an attempt at a square. This is a polygon because it is two-dimensional. It has at least 3 line segments that join together, and none of the line segments cross each other. All right, now if I were to draw a 4-sided figure like this is not a polygon because it does not make a closed path. There is a little opening right here, and so it is not a polygon. This is also not a polygon because right in the middle there, we've got line segments that are crossing. Okay, so this is not a polygon. Okay, so you should have polygon written down. If you need more time, just pause the video. The next vocabulary term is line segment. If I could figure out my pens. All right, line segment. Blue will do. A line segment is a straight path joining 2 points. So here we've got point A and point B. We don't have any squiggly lines or any jagged lines. It's a straight line from point A to point B. Okay, so that's a line segment, a straight line going from point A to point B. All right, and then the last one that we've got is a vertex, also called vertices. That means more than one. That is the point where 2 line segments meet. Okay, so in our line segment, we have the middle part. Oops, let me do that in blue. Our line segment has the middle. And our vertex, or our vertices, are the corners where 2 lines meet together. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video, finish writing out these vocab terms, and then click play when you're ready to go on. Moving on. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab those coordinate grids that you should have gotten from your wonderful teacher. So we're going to kind of do these together, and we're going to plot some points. So grab your pencil, grab your paper, grab all the wonderful things. Okay, so we're going to start with 6, 3. Remember that the first point is our x-axis, and the second point is our y-axis. So here's our x, here's our y. So 6, 3, that means we're going to go to the right 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to go up 3. 1, 2, 3. And place our dot there. Now we're going to go to 5, 8. Sorry, negative 5, 8. So we're going to go to the left 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's negative 5. And we need to go to 8, which is positive, so we're going to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's where we're going to put our second dot. All right, next we've got negative 2, negative 6. So we're going to go left 2, negative 1, negative 2, and negative 6, so down 6. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6. And then our last one, we've got 3, negative 2. That's going to go to the right. 1, 2, 3, and negative 2, negative 1, negative 2. Okay. So now that we've got our 4 points plotted, we're going to do our best to connect the lines as straight as we can. Okay, now these 3 lines across the bottom here, or up to the side, do not make a straight line, okay? So please do not draw a straight line connecting my purple dot to the orange dot. Do your best to draw as straight as you can. Take your time, it's not a race. Connecting all those dots together. All right, and then you will notice that you've drawn a shape or a polygon, and it's one of the polygons that we learned about yesterday. So if you think you know what it is, you can go ahead and write that down here. What polygon did you draw? And if you guessed that we drew a kite, you would be correct. All right. Let's go to the next one. And remember, if you need to slow down, just pause the video. All right, here we've got a lot of 5s. So let's just start with the first one. 5, 5. We're going to go to the right 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We always start with our x-axis going side to side. All right, next one we've got negative 5, 5. So we're going to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the left. And 5 up because it's positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, our next one is both negatives. So to the left 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then let's do our last one here. 5, -5. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, and -5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and then we're going to connect our dots as best we can, following our lines. And you can go ahead and write what polygon did you draw here down on the bottom. And hopefully you said that we created a square for this polygon. Okay, let's go to the next. Here we've got 3 coordinate points, ordered pairs. So let's go ahead and start with our first one. 3, 10. I'm going to go over 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3. And up 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The very top. Our next one is -1, 3. So we're going to go to the left 1 and up 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we've got 9, -4. So go to the left 9. To the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And down -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we've got all of our points. Hopefully you can figure out what kind of shape this is. Go ahead and connect as best you can. We're not artists, we're just doing math. Okay, so hopefully you see that this is a triangle. So please write that on the section of which polygon did you draw. And when you're done with this one, we're going to go to the next one. Okay, so now we've got some 7s and some 4s. So 7, 4, to the right 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one is -7, 4, so to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next we have -7, -4 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then our last one is 7, -4, so to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then go ahead and connect your dots. And we have got a polygon here that we call a rectangle. Okay, then we're moving on. All right, so this one, we're going to kind of work at it together, mostly like we've been doing. But we need to, it says plot the points to complete the square in the second quadrant. So the first thing we're going to need to do is remember that we're making a square. The second thing we're going to need to remember is that we're working in the second quadrant. All right, now you've got your notebook out, hopefully, and you know that this is quadrant 1. Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. And we write them with Roman numerals. So let's go ahead and try and do the coordinates that we've got. So we've got 3, 3. So let's make that one. To the right first, 1, 2, 3, and up 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we've got 6, 3. So over 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then up 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's telling us that we need to be making a square, and it has to be in the second quadrant. All right, now upon further investigation, I'm realizing that we have a mistake here. We can see that our points are in the first quadrant, and there's not really a way that we can take these 2 points and put them over here in the second quadrant to make a square. So I'm going to make an executive decision, and I'm going to say that instead of putting it in the second quadrant, we need to go ahead and complete a square in the first quadrant. All right, so now that we've got that sorted out, I apologize. So let's make a square in the first quadrant. So we know that squares have sides that are all the same length. So this length here that we've got is 3 units long. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Now all of our other units lengths need to be that same length. So let's go ahead and make a square. I'm going to go up, so go ahead and do what I'm doing. So we've got, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then go ahead and complete that square. And now we're going to need to write the ordered pairs for our vertexes. So our first ordered pair here, let me do that second one a different color. So let's look at our red one here. We've got over 6 and then up 6. So our first coordinate down here on the bottom, we're going to write 6, 6. And then for our purple coordinate point, it's at 3, 6. All right, let's do one more. Now here you are going to write the coordinates yourself. And it is asking us to make a triangle in the third quadrant. Okay, so here's quadrant 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to be in the third quadrant. That's this one. Okay. So I'm going to pick a point, and the point is going to be -7. -4. Okay, so let's go ahead and plot that point first. -7, we're going to go to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And down 4. Right there. All right, and now you're going to go ahead and pick 2 more coordinates in the third quadrant that would make a triangle. All right, so just go ahead and pause the video, write those 2 coordinate grid points. All right, so you should have picked 2 other coordinate pairs, ordered pairs, to make a triangle. You could have done anything like -4, -8, and -4, -4, or any other points that you chose to do. Okay, so it doesn't really matter as long as you make a triangle. In that it is connected. So go ahead and make sure you have your triangle sides connected to make a shape. Well, dang. Okay. And when you finish your coordinate grids, so you finished all of those, you can go ahead and cut them out so that they fit into your notebook and glue them in. And then you can go get your assignment from your teacher. Great job.